很喜欢那个丑恶的嘴脸，我真的愤怒，真的想上去抽他2个大嘴巴子。
And it was really surreal just to see a room full of policemen laughing at the idea of one of them wanting to beat you up. So that was when I realized, oh, this shit's real. People are actually watching this. I became hated to the point where I was posting videos about this and they got millions of views, and I had thousands of comments of people like, where are you? We want to track you down. I've got some specialties from my hometown, some snacks. You might like them. What's your address? I'll send them to you. So it got really intense. This movie, Volunteer Army 3, how I got involved in it. So I'm an actor out here. I see a audition for this role. It's to be a translator. And my immediate reaction was, for feck's sake, because I have played translators till the cows come home. I have a translator face or a Zuckerberg face, and I look like Zuckerberg. He frickin' speaks Chinese, so clearly I look like some guy who speaks Chinese, so I get these Chinese translation roles, and they are a thankless task, to be honest. My character, the penny dropped, and I realized when you speak in Chinese, you're kind of speaking to someone's heart. So the bad guy, I guess, is the general, but he's speaking in English, right? The audience is going to be looking, their eyes are going to be at the bottom of the screen on the subtitles in Chinese. Oh, 他在说什么? Oh, let's see. But if I speak to them in Chinese, their eyes go up and they're going to be like, who is this guy? And I'm going to get a bit more, you know, focused, for better or for worse. So I thought, this is actually an opportunity. Why don't the general says his lines in his formal way. Let's just have some fun with it. I'm just going to repeat them, but in a really snarky way. Like, I'm just really enjoying it. Kind of Draco Malfoy vibes, right? So I really lent into that.
在哪里漂亮，哪里就是3把线。只要我们愿意的话，我们也可以把鸭绿江命名为3把线。
And then the director gave me more lines, and he just created an entire scene, which is very, very cool of him. Like, for him to give me such an opportunity. And I had this scene with these huge A-list celebrities, whatever.
What do you mean?
你不会是冒名顶替的吧？
你什么意思？不是，你出去！你
She said, "Get out."
那边。
You know, I'm not 6'5" or whatever. Quite the opposite, 5'6". So I think I provided a punchable face to the enemy, right? You see the general, you're like, I hate that guy, but why I oughta. You see me, you're like, I could take that guy. Come on, let me give you a knuckle sandwich. So I think that was partly behind the hate that I got. And then also, look, I played this character because I wanted people to hate me. Not politically, I'm not getting into that. For me, this is the whole thing about, this is the past, nothing about the present situation. And I'm just an actor who is playing a villain. And of course I want people to hate my character, just the character in the movie. So I was really chuffed to bits. I loved it whenever people were sending me these jokey death threats about, you know, one of them was like, we're going to send an intercontinental missile. Because at the time, when it all kicked off, I just actually got invited to the movie premiere, which is kind of awesome. So I'm there on the red carpet, have some photos from that. That's kind of funny. I had some interaction with the megastars from them. I was like, hi, do you remember me? I said some lines with you. A bit cringe. But it was genuinely difficult for me to play such an arrogant character, and you may find that hard to believe because I'm monologuing, sharing to you guys, name dropping all this stuff. But I really struggled playing this. They'd be like, 我们要一个更嚣张、更骄傲的感觉. And I'm like, how do I be more arrogant? How would I do that? And then I really tried to be like, oh, I think I'm really great. And then I was like this. I was like, I don't believe that. Then I found what villains actually probably do, which is that, okay, you may hate yourself or be like critical about yourself, but you just have to hate your enemy even more. So then what I would do is, the entire time I'm looking across at my Chinese counterparts, I would just imagine like, why I oughta, like wanting to beat them up, just in the character, right? And like really thinking these guys are so low. That way I would be high, I would be able to go up, which I think is genuinely some of the human psychology that some of these evil people use, is that they can't push themselves up, so they just can only like push the other person down. So I use that. And in one scene I had a line which was, you know, this bullshit contract peace treaty that the UN had signed up, and I had to throw it. at the Chinese side, and the director's like, no, you don't quite have that arrogant feeling. And then I recalled I've been to Paris visiting friends before, and the waiters would always be like, throw the menu at you, like, oh, you American tourist, what next, do you want the Wi-Fi passwords or whatever, like throwing me the menu. So whenever I walked over, I just imagined I was just like some surly French waiter, and they were like, 请签字, and then they were like, oh, okay, that's it. So I channeled Draco Malfoy, I channeled Parisian waiters, and then I just tried to become the most toxic, punchable, irritating person. And I was really happy when people hated me, so that was really nice. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, the Chinese was really, really hard. So again, a lot of these like military level Chinese. So what I would do, very crafty, is I had this notebook, which makes sense, my character's a translator. So I would pretend to be writing down what the general I'm translating for just said, but actually I'm just miming and writing over like my own Chinese lines, which I'd written down there, and then I would look at the Chinese lines, but oh, so I worked it into the scene, because it's really tricky. Acting in Chinese is really hard. You have all these like characters which you have to recognize, which have a certain tone, and then you have to say each character one after the other, and it feels like genuinely like mental gymnastics, like going from one tone to the next while thinking of the character, while thinking of the meaning, while thinking of who you're talking to. So it was really hard, and I had to do a lot of takes again and again and again, but people were even these very big stars were very patient, and I always imagine like, by God I'm lucky, by God I'm treated well, because I always compare, like, imagine if I was some Chinese actor who's working in the UK. One, would they even have had this much screen time? Two, if they did, would people be, as they were to me, really kindly like, oh, where are you from? Oh, your English is so good. No, they wouldn't. I don't think so. So I'm really aware of my privilege of even getting the role, of how nice they were to me. So that was really cool. So yeah, it was overall genuinely like a really positive experience, and people hated me just as much as I wanted to. So yeah, this is what I do on the channel. I kind of just scream into the void. No, I'm really surprised and so happy that a bunch of you guys, 60 subscribers so far. Yes, I'm so happy already, are interested in my little story and in my, I hope you don't think it's a flex. I'm doing this weird journey out here. I'm very lucky, and it's a bit of a wild journey. I've been in other movies, it's a bit nuts, and I'd love to just chat to you guys and share the highs and lows of an actor out in China. So please follow for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are.